An exclusive tonight, ousted former Penn State President Graham Spanier has written a new book about his role in the Jerry Sandusky scandal.
Graham Spanier was prosecuted, convicted, and jailed in what he calls a gross miscarriage of justice. He sat down with our Dennis Owens.
In the beginning, I didn't want to write about this at all. It was just going to be too painful.
Of Penn State's darkest chapter, former President Graham Spanier has written 30 chapters on his side of the Jerry Sandusky saga.
There's so much misinformation out there. I felt that somebody had to tell the truth about what really happened, what the story was, and how so many people were unfairly thrown under the bus.
The book begins, "I loved my job as president of Penn State University." And why not? Spanier was high profile, highly paid, and highly regarded until November 9th, 2011.
Effective immediately, Dr. Spanier is no longer president of the university.
Former assistant football coach Jerry Sandusky accused, later convicted of abusing boys. Coach Joe Paterno and President Graham Spanier suspected by many of covering it up.
I only had one discussion with Jerry Sandusky in my life. I didn't know him.
But emails show Spanier was informed of an incident between Sandusky and a boy in a shower in 2001, witnessed by Mike McQueary. It was never reported to police. Spanier says he never knew it was serious or sexual.
Sandusky was charged with 48 crimes, found not guilty on 3, including the one that we're talking about right now that stemmed from the shower incident at Penn State.
But Spanier was eventually convicted of one misdemeanor count of child endangerment in a case that spanned 10 years, 6 attorneys general, nearly 24 judges, and numerous prosecutors, many of whom were later reprimanded or sanctioned.
It was a roller coaster of charges being made, then being thrown out, then being overturned, then new charges being leveled. It was a colossal judicial mess.
The Attorney General's office responded, a jury of Mr. Spanier's peers found him guilty, and the fact that his conviction and sentence was ultimately upheld by state and federal courts speaks for itself. Spanier spent 58 days in the Center County Jail.
I did not do anything wrong. I did not deserve to be there.
And Spanier says he did nothing wrong as president of Penn State. But what does he say to Nittany Nation, who just want the Sandusky saga to go away, and another book isn't helping?
Do you have anything to say to the victim?
Penn State has 700,000 living alums, and their identity is very much attached to their history with Penn State, so they can't forget, they won't forget.
Many, no doubt, would like to.
His final game after 32 years on the
Spanier also blasts the media feeding frenzy in a chapter he calls Media Culpa. He also notes that the jury foreman who convicted him later said he made a mistake. In Harrisburg, Dennis Owens, ABC 27 News.